So last week, when I, quote, enjoyed myself, unquote, because we got to take that with a grain of salt, but when I enjoyed myself walking around intoxicated, not out of my mind or anything, blasted my music in my ears, I had no idea what was just coming right around the bend, did I? No. And just as an aside, I would never do that now. See, I could only do that because nothing, I'm grieving my baby, but I mean, it had been over a couple weeks since then, with this going on with my mom, zero. I have zero desire to drink. But I also have zero desire to do anything. I have zero desire to leave the house. I have zero desire to do anything. This is just plain water with added a couple of tablespoons of Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar with honey and cayenne. I have to take a shower and stuff. I don't know that I have the energy. But in any case, if I want to take a shower and wash my hair and do all that whole 9 yards in bath, I can't fast. I have to eat something. I'm glad I didn't do the food order. I'm really glad because my mom told me to get all kinds of sweets, and I did. I had a food order. Luckily, I had not done it yet. I had planned to do it for yesterday. And as my mom was progressively getting worse, I didn't know if she was going to end up hospitalized. I didn't want a food order. I didn't want all those sweets. I would have ended up eating them all myself. I think I'm going to do any food order. They're just going to... I only have to do food orders, really, if my mom's around. Me, I'll just eat whatever's here. Seriously. I kid you not. I will just eat whatever's here. She's not here to eat the Chobani yogurt, so I'll eat them. Just gonna eat whatever's here. Do a food order. I had like a big food order that I'd already done, you know what I mean? I'd already put it all in the cart. So, that widescreen TV that some of you have seen, because, again, once in a blue moon, in happier times, never happy times, but happier. I've danced around this living room and put the camera up there, so you guys have seen that TV, some of you, okay? That beautiful TV is a Samsung, I believe. It's a Samsung, right? Is it a Samsung? Anyway, it's 14 years old. absolutely love it. And you can say, well, isn't it the same as any other TV? No. No. That one that was in my mom's bedroom that we got that time and ended up getting for free only after I went through living hell, learned that just because someone sounds authoritative and they're not even the regular rep, that you were transferred over to another department, and we're just, they left my TV out in the rain, just come get it, or give me another one. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it to you for free, and then, and then I went through living hell with that. I wasn't trying to get anything for free. Just don't say it, Damn it. It's like, me being me, I'm like, oh, that's great. You're really going to do that? I'm like, are you sure? Do you have the authority to do that? I mean, I question things. I don't just accept automatically everything. You can leave doing that to my mom, okay? She doesn't know any better. Why don't you want the fucking TV back? I'm just not going to accept this one that was the FedEx left out in the rain. Okay? It's expensive TV. Let me send this one back and send me another one. And then you know that whole story. So you said, whatever. The fact is, that TV is not as enjoyable to watch. You watch movies that are supposed to be like gritty dramas, and they look closer to in the color wise like of being sitcoms instead of gritty. This TV's awesome. I fucking love this TV. And if anything happens to this TV, I'm gonna cry. Because then what? Then what? There's no TV. There's only the smaller one in my mom's bedroom that's on the wall. I will cry. Okay? I paid $1,000. My mom paid $1,000 for that TV in 2009. I don't know what the fucking TVs cost these days, but the fact is everything's made worse these days, okay? I love this fucking TV. So, my mom can't be blasting it. I don't blast it. She doesn't know any better. Okay? And last time, not recently, not during this recent thing, okay? But even then, she'll turn it up. I'm like, don't have that up so high, Mom. Anyway, I turned on the TV. I think she gets confused. I don't know what she does. I turned on the TV. This is the worst thing you could do. And it was up it'll blow the speakers. I turned on the TV and it was up like 80 and it went blaring. Like, oh, fuck. Please don't ruin our TV, Mom. I love this TV. I have so little in my life. Please don't ruin this TV by playing it, blasting. It's not even that she's intentionally doing it. She accidentally turns the volume way up and then can't figure out how to get it back down or something. I don't know what happened. And then I turn it on and I thought it was going to wreck. And this TV, can't last forever. The fact it's lasted this long tells you how high quality it is, right? It's 14 years old. Yeah, 14 years old. We have to protect it. I stress that to her. I don't even want to watch it. I don't watch it loud. I used to, but still never up that high. You can't have it that high. Just because it can go to like that high doesn't mean you can have it that high. But especially you can't turn it on and have it be that high. That is how you blow the fucking speakers on this TV that we want and love, Mom, and we can't afford to replace. Even if we did replace it, it would be with a much cheaper model that's not going to give us the enjoyment that this TV does. And again, it's not her fault. She didn't do it on purpose, but I have to, you know what I mean? I have to be firm with her about that. For her own protection. I mean, for her own protection, because she doesn't want to lose this TV either. The one in her bedroom that we got, that's a lot smaller. This is a 42-inch. I don't even think we could, you know. And it's high quality brand. It's lasted all this time. I had some scares with it. I won't, where I thought that it was, you know what I mean? I'm like, I won't even play it loud anymore. As in, I don't play music choice, that rock or whatever. I don't turn that TV up anymore. I just want it to last. I want it protected. I watch it at a reasonable level all the time. Just because it can go up really high doesn't mean you do it. You know. Anyhow, that's not for physical protection, it's for mental protection. Point being, there are things I have to tell my mom. Things that she does, like a kid, you have to tell her. But when she gets sick, you cannot tell her anything, okay? I have banged my head into that chandelier. It is not fun thing to do, okay? And certainly not to do repeatedly and the same within a span of what? Not that many hours or whatever. So for my mom to tell me that she had repeatedly bumped her head that yesterday morning into that chandelier, remember, I would have not known any of this. Okay, had she not been singing at the top of her lungs yesterday, and I'm hearing it through very powerful earplugs. Okay, she can make regular noise. She can play the TV at a reasonable level. She can do all her radio the same thing, just not, I mean, and it won't even penetrate my earplugs because they're very powerful. But then I get up on 3 hours sleep and find chairs all set up in here. The dining room table moved, and I witnessed her bump her head and say, ow. I witnessed it. But I didn't know she'd done it a few times. But can you imagine? Can you imagine if I had not woken up? If she hadn't woken me up, if she'd watched TV, like, you know, instead of making so much noise that I had to tell her, please keep it down. It's not like I'm sleeping in the middle of the afternoon. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, okay? Just keep it down and reasonable. That's why I wear the earplugs. Reasonable noise level, okay? You have to be quiet as a mouse. You just have to keep it reasonable. But I wouldn't even have known about this. Can you imagine? If I didn't even know about any of this. And then suddenly I hear pounding, 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 and not knowing what's happening. And as I told you, she was pounding on our back deck door, even though this front door was wide open. And her excuse was, let me in, there's too many. I said, go around, the door's wide open, you left the door wide open, what are you doing? I don't want to go out there, because she's dressed in micro shorts. There's people out there, I don't want them to see me. We shouldn't have gone out in that and dressed like that in the first place, Mom. There's no reason to. You chose to do it in your insanity, okay? I refused to let her in, and I made her go back around, okay? But imagine if I'd been sound asleep and hearing all that pounding. Or imagine how if I had been sound asleep and hear knocking on my door, and I'm thinking it's my mom, and it's a male voice, a stranger, saying, Laura, I just want you to let you know your mom is okay. I'm like, I would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? As it was, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. If I wasn't asleep, I have my earplugs in, I'm trying to go back to bed, you know what I mean? I'm trying. I have a male voice saying that, a stranger that my mom invites into our home to knock on my bedroom door. But she'd been running around the neighborhood thinking she had a concussion. And I said to her, I said, Mom, why did you think you had a, and I said, you only bumped your head once again. No, she did. I said, I did it a few times. So after my mom was gone, I I slept fitfully for hours over on that couch, okay? I did not go in my room. I slept out here. And when I woke up, I opened up the door. Because remember, someone had come to the door knocking, and I wasn't going to answer that to save my life, but I wanted to see if anything was left out there or whatever, you know. And then I saw the setup that my mom had out there. She had stuff that could have been stolen, stuff that's sentimental, stuff like her alarm, but they could have been stolen. We live in a good neighborhood, but still, you know, she had it all set up. In her insanity, she thinks, oh, I want people to know we live here. So she put out pictures and picture frames, put out the plaques that have my name on it, or the nice arts and crafts person at her church had made for her to put up, and then she put pictures under it. So that one that says Laura Omar had pictures of me and Omar under it. Pictures that her name had had pictures of her and her friend. You know what I mean? The fact is, it's wood. It gets soaking wet, and she'd already got it soaking wet the night before, and I'd taken it all in. But now it's out in the hot sun. It's out all day long. I didn't know that was all that set up out there. I took a picture as evidence. Just like I took a picture when she cooked the crock pot cord. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with that This Is Us episode, okay? But in any case, that was caused by a crock pot. This crock pot is 1,000,000 years old, okay? It's older than even, I'm sure, this is crock pot's really old. I bet she had this even before she moved in here. But in any case, it's old, this crock pot. I'm not about to fucking use it when the cord was cooked for hours, okay? I am not going to risk something like that. Crock pots are not a fortune. And when I stayed with that guy, that was four months, and I bought a crock pot. So I have one in the laundry room somewhere. That's going bye-bye. I'm throwing that away. It's the idea of it. Why risk it? Why risk it? Why risk it? The cord was cooked inside of it on high for hours because my mom was out of it. I mean, why? Not yesterday, a couple of days before that, but why risk it? I'm not going to. That's the answer. I'm not going to risk it. I'm throwing it away. It would make me too nervous. I need to be able to plug in a crock pot and feel, safe that it's fine. All right. My mom didn't even have her stupid thing she was making on low. She had it on high. High. I didn't even know. I thought, I'm just going to stop you from cooking because I know you're not in your right frame of mind. We don't want you cooking, but I certainly thought you could handle the crock pot. Guess again, Laura. So hours later, I found it on high with the cord inside. And my mom was sorry, of course. I know you didn't, but it proves to me you're on no sleep and you're out of it and you're putting yourself and me in danger. If Omar was here, you'd be putting him in danger. You're putting us in danger because you're not sleeping. Days on end. Yesterday, that was outside for hours. She had it all set up on our walkway and on the chair. Pictures and picture frames of me and her and her friend, the one that she felt rejected by, and that triggered this whole thing. But again, for it to trigger her that bad, that's how fragile she is. I know that's what did it. This wasn't a slow progression. It was an instant thing. She's fine one moment and not the next. Okay? So that did it, compounded. That compounded Omar dying in front of us. And that's upsetting my mom and devastating me. And then my mom wants to dig up his body and have it buried in a pet cemetery. Like, Mom, please, you're causing me to start breaking down again. And then she's like, I miss Omar. I know. I really wanted that woman, her good friend, to come down, cheer us up. She'd even left a voicemail, you make us happy, come down and cheer us up. And the friend says she will, and then instantly changes her mind. And again, if she couldn't come down, it'd be one thing, but then to just suddenly say she wants to, and then suddenly she doesn't want to. Not that she couldn't, she didn't want to, and that really hurt my mom. And then she's saying maybe in September, and that killed my mom. Okay, it would kill me too, but again, I'm not gonna have a psychotic break over it. Okay, but I just want to stress it would kill me too. Kill me too. This isn't an acquaintance. This is a really, really good friend of years and years, okay? I was hurt when the friend did that because the friend had told me she definitely wanted to go. So I don't get involved and ask anyone who the person, I don't get involved at all if unless I hear it from myself, not from my mom. Because my mom, again, she has a thing where she'll tell me she's doing this, that, or whatever, and she just left a voicemail. She wanted to do that, but she'll say to me, I'm going with so and so. I need my credit. I need whatever. I'm like, you are? I'm like, you talk to them? Because I've learned my lesson. She's like, no, I left a message that I want to do that. She's lonely. She wants a more exciting life. She wishes she had a husband, a boyfriend, the whole 9 yards. The same thing so many of us feel, okay? But like I said, reality sucks. And if my mom can't accept that her illness is just gonna, and her age and whatever is gonna cause her to not be able to accept that, then she's gonna keep landing into hospitals because she had to be hospitalized. I had professionals talk to her, not me. I'd already said everything, but over the phone, and then they can confirm what I've been saying just by listening to her go on and on. And without even seeing her in person, just talking to her over the phone, they sectioned her automatically, okay? That was better than just talking to me. They determined it for themselves, okay? The social worker I've been crying to, someone else she talked to had the authority to, and they had a 3-way call with my mom, and they determined it themselves. It was a done deal, which is why I didn't have to be, when I'm sick and crying and had just heard my mom scream out that she hated me, and I'm not dressed, I don't have to come talk to the cops. It's a done deal. You don't need to talk to me, okay? The minute I said I'm not dressed basically means I don't want to talk to you. Well, can you get dressed to come out here? No, leave me the fuck alone. I don't have to talk to you. You're not here for me, okay? I don't have to talk to you. You just want to throw your weight around or investigate me or to see if I'm drunk or on drugs or whatever. Just get the fuck away from me. I'm in bed. It wasn't a lie. I was in bed with the earplugs in. And then, when the cop knocked on my door and I ignored him, that should have been enough. When they didn't get any response, that should have been enough, but it isn't because they want to throw their weight around. They knew I was home. They're going to wake me up to talk to them, order me to get dressed to talk to them when they already heard everything they needed to know. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to talk to them. I'd already gotten permission from the professionals that I didn't have to talk to you, and you're going to insist I come out? Fuck you. I don't like that. When they got no response from me, they should have dropped it. They don't want to drop it. They want to throw their weight around and order me to come out. Even if I have to get dressed to do it, if I'm in bed sleeping, they're going to order me to come out. Then they don't need to talk to me. What more could I have said to them? Nothing. They just want to investigate me, and that's what they wanted to do, and I knew it, and fuck them. I said no. They didn't like that, I'm sure. Or the cop knocking on my door didn't like me to say no. But he knows he has no legal right to force me to come out. So he dropped it. That pissed me off. Oh. It's one thing if I was up and about and out here watching TV and you want to talk to me, fucking order me to come out of my bedroom when I tell you, first of all, like, again, I ignored him that intentionally. So ignoring him, he knows that I could be sound asleep and doesn't care. Announced himself. This is the so-and-so police. Can you come out here for a minute? And then I said, I'm not, I'm like, I'm not dressed. Well, can you get dressed? Go fuck yourself. No, I can't. I'm not going to. I don't have to. I don't have to contribute anything. I said everything to the professionals. They said everything to you. That my mom, it's a done deal. Leave me alone. Like, unreal. Couldn't even believe it. That's why I'd already said when they were sending the police and not coming here first to talk to my mom and me. I said, I don't have to talk to the police, right? I'm sick. I'm on 3 hours sleep. I'm going through hell with my mom. I don't feel well. I mean, I don't want it. And they said, no, not if you don't want to. You don't have to. And then the police tried to make me, force me. Unfucking-believable. Anyhow, so there was some kind of, no, it's like a shrine out there. It wasn't a shrine, but it was like a little setup so people could know we're here. And my mom had done it a little bit, but then, I had no idea. It was out there all day like that. Someone could, like I said, they could have stolen it. Had her alarm clock out there, had our fake flowers. That's why I investigated. I'm like, where are our fake flowers? I'm looking all over the house. They can't have been thrown away. And lo and behold, they're set up in front of the chair and in the walkway. Not just that, though. There are pictures and picture frames of me and my mom and Omar and the clock and what else? Oh, the plaques. Those nice plaques that can't be out in the sun and the rain and all that. They're going to get ruined. Her name things that are handmade. She got for free. Nice person at the church who makes them, likes to make them and doesn't sell them, does it for hobby, and gives them away. Anyhow, that's what's happening. If she had a concussion and talking to strangers about it. Meanwhile, the thing causing the concussion was her keep banging into our chandelier, which sucks. So move the table back so you don't bang into the chandelier anymore. No, I want to move it into our kitchen. I'm going to, she insisted.